गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स। बड़ा ठंडा गुड इवनिंग सुनने में ऐसा विमेन एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के टॉपिक में इतना ठंडा नहीं मिलना चाहिए। आई वेलकम यू ऑल टू दिस वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पैनल डिस्कशन कम शेयरिंग ऑफ एक्सपीरियंसेस ऑफ अवर वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स। फ्रेंड्स, एट VIA एंटरप्रेन्योर फोरम our focus is on startups and women entrepreneurship, because we all know that India is having growth, but India is having a jobless growth. Every year we keep on listening that India में growth तो हो रही है, but people are not getting enough job. Lakhs of engineers and MBA and other technical graduates are coming out of our universities every year, but not all of them are getting jobs. So only way forward is entrepreneurship, because if you become an entrepreneur, not only you employ yourself, but you give employments to several others, maybe 10, 15, 100,000, depending on how successful you are. This is also true for women entrepreneurship. Today, most of the women are highly educated, in fact, more educated than men. They are engineers, MBAs from metro, from top universities of the world. But after marriage, because of the limitation, family limitation, they cannot do full-fledged job according to their technical qualification and all. But today, entrepreneurship has become easier as compared to job, especially for a woman. Because for a job, at a big company, at a high level, you have to devote 10 hours a day. But in entrepreneurship, you can have a flexible hours. We were just discussing with the onset of technology, with online and all this, to start with even a few hours a day, you can start your entrepreneurship journey. And as the journey progresses, you can give more and more time whenever you have more time from your family, apart from your family commitment and all. And we have been telling that India still lacking in women entrepreneurship. You go to Western countries, you will see a lot of women entrepreneurs. But even you go to Africa and even go to East Asian countries, you will find a lot of women entrepreneurs. You go to China, you go to Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, where you have a lot of women entrepreneurs. So in India, women entrepreneurship is still taking roots. And we at VIA believe that Nagpur has a very good potential for women entrepreneurship. So we want to create a women entrepreneurship ecosystem in Nagpur. So we are trying to do our best, trying to do various programs. So if you want to become a women entrepreneur, if you need any help, VIA is always there. So once again, welcome to our today's program. Thank you.
Thank you, Akash. I now request Dr. Suhas Budhe, Secretary VIA, for his introduction.
Thank you, Anitaji. And it's always a pleasure to come to programs arranged by Entrepreneurship Forum. And especially the focus has been last year's focus and this year's focus is always on women entrepreneurship. We in VI always believe that the 50% of our population which is not there in the business has to be pushed. And when you hear these success stories from the successful entrepreneurs themselves, that can really push entrepreneurs to become entrepreneurs. So our effort in Entrepreneurship Forum is to really push that box of entrepreneurship to the women entrepreneurship. As Akash has already told you that in India we are feeling that there are less women entrepreneurs. I think somebody from men has to really do an analysis why we are unable to push that ecosystem. And nowadays in cities, a lot of entrepreneurship is there. A lot of technology-driven entrepreneurship is there because of that. Because the women get a lot of leverage to work from home. So I think the entrepreneurship towards technology-driven is for women are building up. But there are a lot of things has to be done, and at BI we provide a lot of forums and a lot of support. Akash, Anitaji, and other ecosystem players are there to support this. I request you all to get connected with BI for anything related to industries if you want to do, and some help you require from BI side, we will be always there to help you. I again welcome Rashmiji, because Rashmiji is our own entrepreneur, and all the other entrepreneurs here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I will now very briefly introduce you the panelists for today's evening. The first panelist is Kavita Saraf. She runs an organization called Miraki. Miraki is a soul endeavor, is an initiative by Kavita Saraf, a counselor, therapist, trainer and a life coach. Miraki is a Greek word which means to do something with soul, creativity or love, to put something to yourself into your work. Aptly so, this initiative was started realizing the much needed life knowledge required by the youth today. I welcome Kavita. I request Suhas Budhe sir to present a floral bouquet. Thank you, sir. The next panelist for today's evening is Rashmi Kulkarni. Rashmi is an IT professional turned embedded system designer turned complex content system architect turned entrepreneur. Rashmi has a remarkable cross-vertical exposure in a professional career spanning 12 years. She owns a company called Nevitas, which is into LED lighting. I request Asif Sinha sir to welcome Rashmi with a bouquet of flowers. Thank you, sir. The third panelist for today's evening is Bhavna Janbandhu. She runs an organization called BJ's Color Patterns. She specializes in Wadli art, tribal art, brush painting, fabric, flower making and candle making. I request Akash Agrawal to please welcome Bhavna with a bouquet of flowers. The fourth panelist is Deepshika Thakur. She is an event designer. She has graduated from FNDT Mumbai in 2003. She is the founder of the Dream Catchers event and more. She is a partner in Agora, the flea market. I request Suhas Budhe sir to welcome Deepshika. Thank you, sir. I now call upon Akash to start the proceedings for today's evening.
Format for today's program, like we will have a discussion rather than just a lecture kind of thing. So we will be requesting all our speakers to share their story, their ups and downs in entrepreneurship, their experience in women leadership, particularly in Nagpur. So I request each one of them to share their story, their journey in 5 to 8 minutes. And then after that, we will have a Q&A session, but first by myself and then from the audience. So first I request Deepshika to share her story. You can come here.
Thank you, VIA members, for finding me worthy enough to share the panel. And good evening, all of you. I'm Deepshika Thakur. I'm into event management. I'm an event designer, which is different from event management. Like event management, you can hire the person and you can get the things done. As an event designer, we design concepts. Like we designed Agora, the flea market. We have come up with the dream catchers, events and much more. We believe in bringing a cultural difference to the society and bringing a platform in terms of, जैसे हमने last event जो हमने किया था, that was on 18th of December, and we had a footfall of 3,000 people even after demonetization. it has happened. That was the impact of the time. So we have brought almost more than 20 artists from Nagpur, those who have YouTube following more than 1 lakh. And we have given them a platform to perform live in front of the audience. So that was the vision, that was the thought. So हमने पहले सोचा और फिर उसको conceptualize करके we have converted into an event. As from Nagpur, there is no much outings for Nagpur people as we believe in. So we promote events which have a more of a family outing culture, where a whole family can go out, eat and chill and relax, and we can enjoy and see some new things, in and around Nagpur, जो नए चीजें हो रही हैं. Other than the event business, I will just emphasize on, I've actually thought of 4 focal points, which is my thought process, but I will stick to 2 because I will give time to others also. Like for a women entrepreneurship, the first and foremost point, which is, जो मैं भी सोचती हूँ जिस तरह से, that before getting into any business, you should understand the purpose आप क्यों जाना चाहते हैं. आपके बच्चे बड़े हो गए, you want to kill your time, या फिर you want to support your family financially, or you really have passion for the subject, क्यों आप करना चाहते हैं. Because as women, we will end up unnecessarily taking a guilt baggage. कि मेरा बच्चा बीमार था फिर भी मुझे काम पर जाना पड़ा, किसके लिए कर रहे हैं हम, ये प्रायोरिटी क्या है, बच्चे हैं कि काम है. So we as women, we end up taking all that guilt on our shoulder unknowingly, which makes us in the process we will not be able to take a rational decision. हम बोलते जाने दे यार, काम नहीं करना, पहले घर देखेंगे हम, which is not good for business. तो आप पहले ये समझिए कि आपको करना क्यों है बिजनेस. दूसरी बात, try and get information about the product. आप जिसमें भी जाना चाहते हैं, जो भी करना चाहते हैं, रिटेलिंग, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और ट्रेडिंग, जो भी आपको करना है, उसके बारे में जितना हो सके आप पढ़ें, जानें. आजकल नेट पे बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन है. जो लोग उस बिजनेस में पहले रहे हैं उनसे बात करें, उनको सुने, उनके एक्सपीरियंसेस को सुने, एंड देन टेक अ कॉल if it is rightly suited for you or no for that moment. Because पहले आपने स्टेप ले लिया, फिर सोच रहे हैं कि गलत कर दिया, that is, it will hamper you in your long run. The second thing is, I will wrap up with that, that you should always understand and update yourself with the global trends. I will give you an example of a women entrepreneur, Mrs. Vandana Luthra. She is the founder of VLCC. She has started VLCC in 1989. जब भी पार्लर जाना या बाल कटाना है, फेशियल करना है, इतना कल्चरली एक्सेप्टेड नहीं था सोसाइटी में. She has taken that thing तभी कंसिडरेशन में of coming up as a wellness center, जो अभी एक यूनिसेक्स प्लेटफॉर्म है to give solutions not only to women but also to men, because she has thought ahead of the time. उन्होंने समय से आगे का सोचा. That's why she has become the pioneer in the industry. और भी लोग आए, लेकिन VLCC stand out because she has taken ahead. पहले उन्होंने सोचा, उस पर स्टडी करा, and then she has taken it forward. And I will sum up as they call a successful entrepreneur. So I will say any business you cannot run alone. It's a joint effort of your team, of the people who are working for you. So you should not take your success or failure personally. Whatever you get, that is a byproduct of your effort. So you should not take your success or failure personally. कि मेरी वजह से सब गड़बड़ हो गई. You are just one of the person in the whole system. You can't control everything on your own. There are people who are working for you. Sometimes कभी आपका विजन कुछ और होता है, लेकिन आपका एम्प्लॉय नहीं समझ पाया, and it end up doing something else. So don't take your success or failure personally, and try and keep motivating yourself. Try and learn things from your own point. And last, which is very, very important for any business, that is the liquidity, the cash. हमेशा अपने बिजनेस में मनी मैनेजमेंट को समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि आप क्या चीज कैश में ले रहे हैं और क्या क्रेडिट में दे रहे हैं. क्योंकि अगर आज मैंने कुछ कैश में इन्वेस्ट करके कुछ स्टार्ट किया है, तो मुझे पता होना चाहिए कि ये रिटर्न कब आने वाला है, 1 महीने में आने वाला है, 1 क्वार्टर में आने वाला है, कब आने वाला है. तब तक के मेरे रिकरिंग एक्सपेंसेस के लिए मेरे पास क्या प्रोविजन है, एम्प्लॉयर्स की सैलरी है या इलेक्ट्रिक बिल है या मेरे बाकी के जो हिडन एक्सपेंसेस हैं, या उस समय अपने यूनिट को चालू रखने के लिए आपको जो पैसे लगने वाले हैं उसके लिए आपके पास क्या प्रोविजन है. So understanding the loop of the cash is very, very important for any business, small, big or medium, any size of business cannot run without liquidity and cash. And once you are end up taking credits to run the business, it will end up in losses because you are not calculating on interest at that point of time. So I'll wrap up and give time to the others, and I hope that I have made one or two valid points to my presence. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I request Kavita to share her views.
Yeah. Hi, good evening everyone. Thank you VIA for finding me worthy enough and helping me share my journey with you all. I'm sure Diwali preparations, and I'm happy to see so many people come and spare so much time to learn something. At this point of time, I think shopping and cleaning takes over the whole thing. Okay, I've started this firm called Miraki. Miraki means to do something with your heart, putting your soul, your creativity with lot of love in anything you do. So I have found my calling into psychotherapy and counseling. Yes, I started studying again. I mean, I'm married since 15 years now, and I have a 12-year-old daughter. So this is a kind of profession that I took up after 10 years. Earlier, I was running an exhibition gallery called Gunwana Gallery. I am sure a lot of people might know Gunwana Gallery. That was one of my ventures where I ventured into some business kind of a thing, wherein I invest into the place and the place is running. And by God's grace, and people really like the concept of Gunwana Gallery 10 years back, and they shop a lot. So Diwali is doing very well for Gunwana Gallery, I would say. But at one point of time, I did realize that what is actually happiness. I actually went a little philosophical when I see people shopping in Gunwana Gallery, and after a few days they are unhappy. So that really made me think what makes me happy. Earlier I started gallery, now it's running on rental. I mean, there's no much creativity to be done or, churning to be done there. So that made me again think that what I really need to do. And it was like, I think everybody in our lives are hit by existential crisis, as a psychological term I'm using. Is everybody, maybe it's 30 plus or 40 plus, everybody is hit by some kind of crisis in their being, which is like, why am I here? What am I doing? What is this all thing all about? Like, I'm doing everything, I'm earning, I have a house, I have a husband, I have a child, but still there is a void within me. So that's when I was hit by an existential crisis, and at that point of time I did have my health crisis as well, and that's when I went for holistic healing, which is on the lines of Reiki and exploring acupuncture, acupressure, and that's when I realized maybe, this is the area which I need to look into. I became a seeker for 2 years. I left my work because it was already, doing well for itself, and that's when I started seeking and I started studying. I enrolled for some workshop, because to do at a stretch for any lady to study for 2 years to enroll for a work, for take some admissions formally was very, very difficult. So I started doing that. All the short courses which I could have near Nagpur, in Bangalore, wherever I had the possibility to go and do it, I went there and did it. And that's when I started realizing that, okay, I still want to study more. And whatever best is available in Nagpur, I should avail that. And I had enrolled for one of the if I remember, one of this thing by Dr. Prabodh. It's a spiritual workshop. And that's when he said that, okay, if you want to learn and study, we have distance learning programs. So I enrolled myself for diploma in psychotherapy and counseling. And I had the courage again to study with my daughter. And that was again motivating that I could study again with my daughter. So I generally would sync my exams with her exams, so there is an atmosphere, so I can say, okay, she's studying.